Mind still matters, and maybe mind is all that matters. The way we look at things, the perspectives we take on the world and people in it, really can transform it, provided we try to treat people with kindness, openness, a kind of generosity with our time. That's what I'm trying to do as I walk along and film the passing show. Biography of everybody that is around us. We don't know what their inner lives are like. We assume that mind exists inside of their heads as well as our own. Had some interesting dreams last night about animals, about trying to get into a particular place. I was very transient in my dream, but I was stopping in, making visits with people of the past, expressing my gratitude for their roles. And in many cases, it was things that, hadn't really worked out the way I might have liked them to work out. I would have liked to have had a different scenario, perhaps. But, as it was, I managed to make my moves, and it's all created the world in which I inhabit. If you're not happy with the world the way it is, talk to me about how it could be better, what you think it needs to be transformed, what actions we can take collectively, because our collective actions are what gives us the world we perceive. Every single thing we do, every cent we spend, ends up being a vote for the kind of world that we are leaving to our descendants, that we have created for those who are inhabiting it now, if we're older, and that will be the problem or the boon for the generations to come after we're gone. I think a lot about this in terms of 63 because I'm 63 years old. I was born in 1963, and all the people who were 63 in 1963 are now dead. And everybody is older than that. And many people who weren't older than that. And, it's just a temporary thing to be alive, to maintain homeostasis as a eukaryotic life form. Monroe in the United States, Phillips Collection. I'm on my way to a doctor's appointment, by the way. That's why I'm walking out here this morning. But the Phillips Collection is worth stopping in and admiring. And, you know, we're weaving the world as we go. All that stuff in that vehicle, look at that, packed in. Pyramid builders. .com. They're getting underway at some building nearby, I believe. I don't know if they're working for Phillips, what they're doing, but none of my business, really. But then again, everything is our business. This young lady looks to be in good physical health, doing a jog to maintain it. Let's see, I guess they're going to wait for me. Thank you. It looks like we can get across Massachusetts Avenue as well. Countdown isn't there for me, but soon will be. There it is, 13 seconds, 11. I think I can do it. Let me give it a shot anyway. Looks like it's yellow at 0, and that should allow me to get across. Inspire. This place is a senior living facility now. It was the Fairfax Hotel, but it's been converted. I hope everyone in there is doing okay. I mean, it's tough. It's a tough place to be. It looks like their facility is really nice. They advertise in the New York Times. I don't know. I just hope that all the people there are getting the care they need. There's so much to be done in the way of health care for seniors. and just taking care of people who no longer can care for themselves. They've cared for us, and it's all we can do, is make sure they're safe. That's happening with my mother now down in Williamsburg, Virginia. She put in 32 years as the registrar at the Department of Collections in Colonial Williamsburg. Now she sort of passes her days at Charter Senior Living. I hope she's okay. I worry a lot about her. A lot. Because what can I do? I'm going to try to get down there on a Sunday soon, I think. I don't know exactly when. Could maybe go down around the time of her wedding anniversary, which would have been 66 years. Um, no, 67. Be her 67th wedding anniversary on June 27th. My sister's birthday is June 21st. She came home on their first wedding anniversary. Something to think about. Transformation in life created by having a child. And, the course of my sister's life has been interesting. She's had a lot of roles and fundraising for various organizations. And I'm sure she's moved or helped to move millions of dollars around. Still doing it down at Jamestown Yorktown Foundation. Grateful for that. Grateful that she's in a position to be there if mom needs something immediately. And I'm up here in Washington, D.C., trying to take care of my disabled wife and myself on a daily basis and trying to share with you a little bit of what it is to live in this world. And it's good to have H. Floyd here and Gerald S.D. joined. So it's nice to have people traveling alongside in the passing show as observers. Feel free to comment, make any type of question. It's just gorgeous out here between O and P Streets. Mansion on O Street is just up this way. One of the more eclectic hotels of Washington, D.C. Worth the stop. The moon is visible. It's behind this tree. Watching it for the last several days because it's been in a good position to observe. And I've been thinking a lot about how sending people up there is probably a big waste of funds compared to sending robotics, which we could do in profusion. If we poured more energy into that, we'd probably do a lot better and not risk human life in space flight. But, there's that egoistic side of us that wants to do it ourselves. It's kind of childish and short sighted in a lot of ways because we could do so much more here on the planet to clean up and improve the living conditions for all species, not just us, but also these house sparrows you see flitting about and all of that. Who's to say we're more or less important to the web of life than our bird friends? They are chirping their little heads off today. A lot of vocalizations. None of those up on the moon right now. We're not going to have birds there. We're not going to have plants anytime soon, I don't believe. Terraforming it doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. Terraforming Mars seems to be on a lot of people's minds. I don't think it's a good idea. We should probably leave those things as they are, with sterile robotics doing the exploration for us. There's a jet going up out of National over there. I always like to observe those and think about the course of the people's lives who are on board. Because any given moment, anything could happen. And where they're going and the choices they made to get on those flights, that makes a difference. Every choice that we've made in our lives has put us where we are now, here now, as I like to say. Okay, still only two of you having flicked in here to go on this walk with me. Every cent spent, a vote. And let's see, I'm at 8:08. I should be there by 8:15. Destination in sight. Left side of the road up there is the Washington um, Lafayette Center, it's called. Part of the MedStar Health Complex. And there's health complexes we have to try to keep us healthy, keep us robust and long lived. Big industry. Should invest in that kind of infrastructure in many ways, but we can improve it. What we're doing now in this country, on a capitalistic standpoint, quite often bankrupts people if they have a catastrophic illness. That's just wrong, unnecessary. Health is a human right, something we ought to probably work on. I use ought to probably deliberately because it's part of maybe logic. What do I really know? This is the way it seems to me. It ain't necessarily so, although I think it is. It's kind of like that old line from the Eagles, I could be wrong, but I'm not. No, I'm not. Really looking forward to getting out of this appointment. So, looks like I got it. In spite of the fact I don't have the light with me for walking, there's nothing immediately threatening to come down this road. We have a delivery guy on his Whiz bike. I think he came in one time at Daily Provisions, or one like it. I don't know how many Whiz bikes there are. GetWhiz.com is on the side of the bike. Just authorized Breitling USA to repair a watch I won in a raffle. It's an interesting flow of revenue for me. Everything is interesting to me. Everything is like, wow, what are the connections that go on? I won that Breitling at a raffle at the Mainline Arts Center in 2016 when I decided on a whim to drive to Philadelphia to attend the East Coast edition of Wavy Gravy's birthday, which is a hell of a lot of fun. The first Church of Fun, Chirstphun, and I think he founded that at one point. Just look at the world, the people in it. A constant. This water being sprayed out over the sidewalks every day, presumably. They wash the surface down. And you get a good look at the infrastructure and the architecture going on here at Washington, D.C. Back here behind Lafayette, MedStar Health at Lafayette Center. Got 12. Got 12. Yeah, I guess I did. Got to take my medications these days. I'm only on one thing, a mild blood pressure medication, valsartan, I think it's called, and that's it. I only started that recently. Very lucky to have insurance, but the insurance industry itself, well, is what it is. I'll wrap it up here. Thanks for joining. Appreciate you being a part of the flow.